everybody. We are here with Mr. Alejandro Hidalgo. He is the co-writer and director of The Exorcism of God. It's a movie coming out March 11th in theaters, on demand, and digital. Alejandro, how are you?
I'm doing great. Very excited to finally share my film with American audiences.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Can you give us a breakdown of the film?
Yeah, for sure. This story is about a man, the father Peter Williams. He's a man tortured by the guilt of a sin he committed 18 years ago. He has been keeping this sin on secret because he is devoting his life to God and to help other people, especially in an isolated town in Latin America, where he's bringing humanitarian aid to people. So after all this time, the demon has come back to possess a girl called Esperanza. And the only way that Peter has to face this demon is by confessing the sin he committed a long time ago. But if he does that, he will be excommunicated from the church. He will lose his home in this beautiful town in Mexico. And also he will lose the opportunity to save the people he loves the most. So the film is a very powerful horror movie with amazing scares and very intense moments, but also it's a story that goes into the very deep and strong existential dilemmas on this character.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, especially spiritually and even just a place to stay, a place to call home, things like that. Uh, sounds fabulous. I actually was able to catch some of it, and some of the jump scares were pretty. Those were pretty good. Those were pretty good.
Thanks.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But now you co-wrote this with Santiago Fernandez Calvete.
Yeah.
And what is co-writing like? Is it? I mean, did you pass each other versions of the script, or did you handle specific, I don't know, notes or scenes?
Yeah. I mean, I had basically the whole idea and concept of the story, but I was working so hard developing another movie that I needed another screenwriter to help me. So I met Santiago in an Argentinian horror film festival called Buenos Aires Rojo Sangre, like blood, red blood. And we connect really well each other. So he developed the first script and he did an amazing job. Then I wrote my own inputs and we were like talking each other. Sometimes he developed one scene, sometimes I developed another one. Maybe the last two drafts, they were just developed by myself because I took the screenplay on my own hands, but he did an amazing job. But it is really cool, like having two brains working together, and sometimes they have to negotiate, like sometimes there is two brilliant ideas and you have to find like the middle ground, and that is a very interesting creative process. So I'm very happy with the final result, and I feel like it's a very quite interesting and powerful horror story.
Do you prefer working alone, or do you prefer working with a writing partner?
It depends. It depends. For a story like Exorcism of God, it was fine to write and to work with another person. Maybe for other very more personal projects, I will never give up, and I will try to have all the control.
Yeah, I personally, I think I would want to bounce ideas off of somebody or filter things, and I don't know.
It is always really good to have feedback from another creative person. So it is really nice, the process.
Yeah. Now, you, in your statement for the film, you talk about your Catholic upbringing and your early exposure to horror.
Yeah.
What was it about horror that really you connected with at a young age?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like roller coasters, like it's a huge amount of adrenaline. It's like a great experience with the most intense emotions and feelings that I really like intense emotions, and I feel horror is an amazing tool to connect emotionally with the audience, to entertain, but also to take that chance to tell the stories filled with meaning and value, to share your vision and to create debate or reflection. So I feel horror is an amazing genre to bring creativity, especially when there is too many films that they are just looking to scare people and not to tell like a story. And also there is brilliant director who does it, you know, and I found those stories the most successful and more attractive films to me.
Yeah, that horror definitely offers you a much broader freedom, creatively speaking,
Yeah,
than a
yeah.
lot of different genres.
I know, and also it's a very good genre to start your career as a filmmaker because you won't need the same budget for a sci-fi movie or an adventure or as an action, unless you just want to make some drama, you know. But I'm planning to jump to the drama maybe later. I want to make like mainstream stories, like very commercial, but using the commercials principles to tell my own vision.
Excellent. And how did you circling back, how did you reconcile kind of your early faith with what horror offered? Because it was, you talk about seeing The Exorcist and it was like, what? So did you have
like
issues? Did you get haunted by, you know, nightmares? What?
Well, when I watched The Exorcist, I was really traumatized when I was a kid. Even these very unique, terrifying religious characters I use in the movie, like the demon Jesus or the demonic virgin, they haunt me when I was a little boy. So I wanted to share that with the fans of the genre, and and, and yeah, basically, uh, I feel like I wanted to make homage to The Exorcist because it's an amazing, brilliant film. It's like the masterpiece of the genre. My intention was never to overcome it, but I just wanted to bring my vision, having a great time making it's like a dream came true, you know. Like I was so fan of this movie that I wanted to bring some shots from that film as a fan, and to watch the movie and feel like, okay, I did it and I enjoyed it, and I'm also trying to bring some special and original elements, and I feel we did it. I feel the story has an amazing twist. I don't want to spoil
Yeah, no
in the
spoilers. No spoilers.
for the point of view of exorcisms, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely caught a few visual references. I was like, aha,
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
that. Um,
Sorry I interrupt you, but also I was a Catholic person and I found myself very scared by this type of horror. And I know there is so many audiences out there that can feel it. And even now I consider more myself as a spiritual person than religion. You know, like I connect with the principles of everything that Jesus teaches, like love other people like yourself. I feel like that line is everything, you know, like you love God, and you won't kill the other people, or you will envy if you just feel love. And this film sometimes affect very sensitive person that are very connected to their faith, but I just will say, don't take it too seriously. I mean, that Jesus, that possessed Jesus and that possessed virgin, they are just creation of the devil in the story to break the faith of their characters. But this story never denies faith. Maybe this story talks about the divorce that exists sometimes between the faith and spirituality from religion. Sometimes religion is just controlled and ruled by men, and men can get corrupt. I don't want also to satanize the Catholic Church. I just want to say that there is amazing and very beautiful and good people there, but also there is people who gets corrupt. And we as an individual, we need to be capable to recognize where is God and where is not. And we have to recognize, and we have to try not to allow to exercise God from ourselves by committed sins. And basically that's the concept of the story.
right. And it's definitely affected your work because you have a character who is having a crisis of faith while trying to do his job and also trying to be Christian, you know,
Exactly.
and being, you know, loving and caring.
Yeah.
So what is it about this particular film that makes it truly frightening, truly scary, and it, why did you go there? Why was that so important?
Well, basically using the worst fears of this character, having his faith transform in something really dark and diabolical, I feel is something really unique. All the nightmares. I feel also that I am combining different types of horror. You know, like during the first scene, you are expecting just to have the typical fighting between a priest exorcising a demon, but then the scene turns erotic and sexual, and that makes it even more disturbing and unpredictable. And also the final twist on the different perspectives about exorcism is really original. And also I have even zombie elements. I feel like I don't want you to feel like it feels safe in a territory that you already know, but changing from different type of horror with different creatures is something that you won't expect, and maybe it will take you by surprise, and it will choke you and terrifying to your bones.
Excellent. And really, that's all we need from a horror film. You know, some nice scares, a good roller coaster ride, and maybe something to think about. Would you agree?
Yeah, exactly. I
Excellent.
agree with you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I wish you the very best of luck on this release. And yeah, hope to see more of you again. It was a
Sure.
lovely interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody, Alejandro Hidalgo, The Exorcism of God. It comes out March 11th in theaters and on demand and digital. Alejandro, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right.